Hello girlfriends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me again this week. So this week I am going to be bringing you probably the final of my discount store find series, and I am ending it with a brand that I had never been introduced to before or never seen before. And this is none other than Twisted Sista. So I feel funny saying that, Twisted Sista. I don't know. It's just not in my lingo usually. But anyways, so I'm going to be styling with this mousse and the gel. And we'll get into some of the details of that here in just a minute. But I will tell you that to wash my hair, actually this was an entire wash day of using discount store finds. So I used my Carol's Daughter's Sacred Tiara shampoo. And then I used for my conditioner, Amika. It was the Cure, I believe. And it was just a little sample size, but I found that at TJ Maxx. So I'm working my way through those. And then, like I said, we're going to be styling with these two products. So my hair is soaking wet and it is detangled, and I'm going to start with applying the mousse first. This is the Foaming Curl Whip Mousse, and it contains coconut, avocado, almond, and honey. And the claims are that it helps form curls and control frizz. On the back it says this is a styling foam mousse that moisturizes and penetrates each curl, allowing for air to flow between the curls for style and definition, and reduces air drying time. The directions say to shake well before use, and section hair into parts, and apply by massaging into hair from roots to tips. For best results, air dry, and to define creative shapes and styles, diffuse after air drying. So I will say that I have used these products once before, and the gel has similar instructions as far as the air drying. I've used these products once before, and I did the air drying results. I air dried for an hour based on what the directions say for the mousse, and I didn't like it. So we're going to try this doing it the way I'm used to doing it. So first of all, I shook the mousse, and I'm going to go in with about 3 pumps for each side. I feel like I have my hair sectioned, only 2 sections. That's good enough for my fine hair, I feel like. So we are going to work this in. Usually I'm used to doing this as like upside down, and I'm just trying to work this in. I do believe I'm going to brush style after putting the foam in. 3 more pumps. Work that in. I want to get that up, like I said, in the root to really get that lift, that volume. And I might do 1 more pump and just kind of combine it all in the back to make sure the end's got some in the back crown area. Okay. I'm going to brush style my hair, and I'm going to do that off camera because I do have a brush styling video coming up later this summer. I have it scheduled, so I'll show you more about my brush styling in the future. Okay, so my hair has been brush styled and I have re-wet it, and now we are going to be applying the gel. This is the Amazing Dream Curl Gel, and the claims are that it elongates your curls, gives strong hold, frizz control, and is flake free. It also contains argan oil. On the back it says this is a lightweight water-based gel that creates elongated frizz-free curls to style and shape. Enjoy crunchless defined curls that hold while nurturing hair with our moisturizing argan oil. The directions say that it's best used on wet hair to distribute evenly from roots to tips, and to air dry for at least 1 hour before diffusing or blow drying for best results. So as I kind of said before, I tried that the first time and it didn't work out for me, letting it air dry for 1 hour before diffusing. My curls were elongated, but that's not the style I'm going for. So, you know, maybe this line isn't for me. Not every line is, but I'm trying to make this work for my curls because I bought it. It wasn't expensive. Let's see, this was $4.99 and this one was $6.99, the mousse. Like I said, they weren't expensive, but since I have them, I don't really want to waste them. I want to try and make them work for my curls. Now, when they say this is a water-based gel, water is the first ingredient. That's often common in most of the products I find, not every one of them, but she's liquidy. I don't know if you can hear that, but she comes out of this fast. And I feel like to apply this one, I want to be upside down, and so I can get more even distribution without having a part. So I'm going to flip upside down and apply this gel. Okay, this is what we have here. It's running down my hand quite a bit, and hopefully you got a shot of that. It's pretty silky feeling. It applies well. And I'm going to scrunch. And then I'm going to take just the slightest bit more and just apply it to the top of my head. I tried to make sure I got that earlier, but with this extreme heat and humidity that we're having right now, I want to make sure that my hair has a layer of film forming protection around it. When I say film forming, I mean like humidity blocking, those type of ingredients. So I'm not sure that I'm going to get that though. When I'm looking at these ingredients, I've looked at them before, but I kind of forgotten. Glycerin is the second ingredient. So we're having like 70–80% humidity, and it's really hot here. So I'm not sure how well I can expect this to hold up, but we're going to try. And then at this point, I am going to just put my hair up in a shower cap. I'm going to wet plot for about 10–15 minutes and diffuse my hair, and I'll come back and I'll show you my results. All right, curl friends, I am back with my hair fully diffused, and these are my results. And I'll turn around too and show you. And I will say these results are quite a bit different than the first time I tried them. So the first time I tried them, I followed the directions to the T pretty much. I had no cast, and my hair was more elongated because I air dried, and there was definitely some frizz. Now this time, there was definitely a cast. I have broke it up. I have scrunched it out with another discount store find, which was my argan oil, and I still feel like there's a bit of a cast. And then, so there's a cast this time, and there really isn't much frizz to speak of. I mean, just ever so slightly, but that's the frizz that I always have. So very little frizz. I'm going to say really no frizz to speak of. My hair is not, I would not call this elongated. I don't think this is elongated at all. Now, I also feel like for my results that I don't really have much volume. And that could be due to the fact that I still have such a cast in my hair. So maybe I'll get more volume as I continue to wear this hair. I will check back for day 2 and show you what my hair looks like then. I'm not promising it's going to look pretty because I'm working in an environment that has no air conditioning, and it's going to be 95 degrees today. And so it's going to be pretty hot and muggy. So like I said, I really don't know how this is going to hold up, especially since the gel, the second ingredient was the glycerin. We'll see. I did a test on like the effects of glycerin in the wintertime, and it really wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we'll see what it does in the humidity. I'm trying to see if these have any film forming ingredients here. The sticker's kind of over some of the ingredients, but there is also in the mousse some glycerin pretty high up. There is some VP and VA copolymers in the mousse as the second ingredient. So I guess time will tell. And so I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, curl friends, I am back with day 2 hair, and I will say it has held up very well and surprised me very much so. Because if you'll remember, I told you I'd be working out in some very humid and hot conditions, and while I did have a cast yesterday, I did put some hairspray on my hair to help preserve it because of the extreme humidity that I was going to be working in. And I think that worked out very well. I would have done it anyways just because it's what I do. So the cast is completely broken out. My hair is nice and soft. I feel like it is shiny. I still have good spring to my curls. And so I am pleasantly surprised with these products. As of the first time I had tried these, I was almost not going to bring them to you. I just felt like I can't bring such disastrous products and try to pretend that I like them. But I really wasn't going to pretend that I like them. I was going to be honest. But I just didn't want to show a complete flop, I guess is what I was really thinking. And then I'm like, well, maybe being sincere about it, saying, you know, not all your finds are going to work out. Anyways, you get the whole picture. This one did work out, and I am pleasantly surprised. I played around with it. Sometimes if you have some products that are not working for your hair, try playing around with them for a little bit, mixing it up, seeing if you can find a way to make it work for your hair, because while following the instructions is good and important for hair products most of the time, if that isn't working out for you though, like I said, try mixing it up a little bit, try changing the routine a little bit, maybe a little more product, maybe a little less, maybe change from diffusing to air drying or vice versa. If you're usually air dry, try diffusing. You know, just play around with it. So do you have products like that you have in your stash that just, for whatever reason, you can't seem to make them work for your hair no matter how many times you followed the instructions? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And until I see you again next week, have a great day. Bye.